Hey everyone, so we are done with season 4 part 1. It is confirmed that we're going to get a part 2 that consists of 16 episodes next December, so we have a whole year. I'm kind of glad that we didn't get it all yet because I'm just not ready to let go of this anime yet. It just means so much to me, so I'm glad that they're splitting it into 2, and so that it also gives time for the studio, to take to not rush things, especially if this is the very last of it. We only have one more chapter in the manga, which I will discuss, but it's just so sad that this is ending. I don't know what to do after. I mean, I have other anime, but this one really was like special to my heart. But let's get to this episode. So this one was the episode 16. It was called Above and Below, and we get from what had happened last time that the whole chariot had exploded. Zeke had triggered the sphere to explode, and then we see Hanji and Flock and them. They see like from a distance, like, what was that noise? And right away Hanji knew that it was a thunder spear that had done. She knew something was up. So then we see Zeke on the ground, and he looks gone. I mean, you can tell maybe he's barely coming to life or barely alive, but he's like almost dead. Then you have like a flash of a girl, and people are like, who is this girl? Because it's just so fast, and then that's all that we get of it. Also, we're just like, where the heck's Levi? Like, he was on that carriage. We saw him, boom, he flew up in the air, but like, we don't know what happened. So that kind of just left it to like, we don't know what happened to Levi until we get into the part 2 until next year. So the Jaegerists have taken over on Paradise, and we get Yelena and Pixis having their meal together finally. And yeah, the Jaegerists have taken over, and everybody's labeled with a band. And the black one was people that drank the wine that had no idea. The red ones were people that drank the wine but kind of were forced to, obey. And then the ones with the white are Jaegerists. So Pixis is like, isn't this what you guys had to deal with in Marley? Like, you guys had to wear these armbands. Like, why? Like, kind of why were you doing this here? And Yelena's just like, oh well, we learned from our enemies. So it's kind of a messed up situation there. But she's also like, talking about hyping up the brothers that, they're gonna save the world. And Pixis like, hold up. Like, I thought, what are you talking about? Oh, I've never heard of this. All I know is that we wanted them to come together was because, we wanted a small rumbling because we wanted to scare all the people away from Paradise, from attacking us. So what are you talking about? So that brings up a whole other, can of worms that they didn't know. So a lot of things are being exposed of the Jaeger's plans. We get Aaron, like, Gabby, you come here on, you little brat, the one that you killed Sasha. He's not even calling her name. She's known as that. And so he's like, I want you to, in order for you have to work with me, because in order to protect Falco, and I need you to, call over to Marley a distress signal for them to come, kind of like a decoy for them to come, that it's okay. And then we get Piet coming in, and she just stabs that Jaegerist, and she has the gun pointed to Aaron's head, and then tells Gabby to grab the pistol or the gun to, also point it at him. And she knows there's no way, but she's just playing. She has this little trick up her sleeve. And Aaron is like, yeah, I know you're not gonna do it because I'm very important. You have no orders to kill me. I'm part of this plan of Zeke. So like, you can't kill me. You need me alive. She's like, oh, you're right. Gabby, we have to work with him, and I understand now. And she's, pretty much telling Gabby, and in a way I kind of feel like Gabby, or when Piek was talking to Gabby, like, a lot of stuff that she was saying, she really thought because of, being in Liberia, like, that their tools, that Marley, when the moment that they don't need them anymore, they'll be like, they'll just be killed, and, playing that off. And Gabby just like, you traitor, like, how could you? You were working with Zeke, and like, just can't believe it. And so she's like, okay, Aaron, I'll work with you. Let's go to the rooftop so I can point out where my other, people are at. So then it flashes back to Armin, Mikasa, John, all those guys in the cell. And Connie's just like, Aaron has changed so much. Like, he's a piece of shit. Like, Connie's just always had this anger towards Aaron. And, John is like, well, what happened? How you didn't never told us how you got beat up, Armin. And so, Armin exposed that, it was something that he had said to Mikasa that hurt her so much. And we all know that John has strong feelings towards Mikasa from season 1. He's cared for her a lot, like love, interest. And he's like, what did he say to her? And like, Mikasa just doesn't want to talk about it. He's like, no, how did he hurt her? So I was like, for the Jinkasa shippers, that was a cute moment. I actually ship them a lot. I like them. I actually prefer them rather than Aramika. But so it's like, what? And then but then John, as much as how he has a rivalry with Aaron, even he's like, well, to him to hurt you guys who are the closest to him, he's like, there has to be another motive that he had done it. So for John to say that, that's huge. He's like, there has to be something why he's saying these mean things to you guys. So, and then we get Yelena coming in, and she's talking to them now, and she's just going off on like how these brothers are gonna be the ones to save the world, kind of like with Pixis, but how like they're gods, that they're here to save everyone. And it's just crazy how much, like, how brainwashed I could say, or just so obsessed with them, that she's there for the cause 100%. Like, she's one of their top men for the cause. And Armin randomly just starts to cry, and just like, he's like, I'm so moved, like, oh my gosh. And you can see her face, she's so proud of like, oh, I know, like, it's so beautiful what I had just said. Yelena had also explained about Zeke's sterilization plan for him to work with Aaron, so that pretty much that in about 100 years they'll all become extinct, that they're not able to produce anymore, so no more kids, and so they will kind of just die out of old age. And now the world has nothing to worry about, because the Eldians are the only ones who can transform into Titans. So as long as they're all dead, there will be no more Titans. And also that it is a humane way to, stop this from happening, that literally they'll just die out on their own of old age. So that's the plan that we get of the sterilization for Zeke. Finally, that's when we get Piek now going to the roof with Aaron, her and Gabby, and she's handcuffed to Gabby because he just straight up like, if you cannot play any funny games, because if you transform, then you're gonna kill Gabby, you're gonna crush her, because as we know, like when sometimes they can't control the blasts when they transform, and they can kill people. I think Aaron was one that he was able to control it when he transforms, like he won't kill someone. But so it's cute because the Eldians are just like, oh, that's the Marleyan soldier, and she looks down at them and waves, and they're all blushing, and man, she got to the men's loving her. I love it. Just like the Panzer unit used to like simp for her. But then we get Porco we see him in the group of those guys, and he's just looking like, so they go to the top of the roof, and Aaron's like, okay, well, show me them. So she goes to the end, but she gives Gabby like this look, like, you better prepare yourself. And she points at him. And at that moment, that's when the Porco transforms, and he tries to eat Aaron, but he misses. He just eats his legs. And that's when Aaron transforms into the Attack Titan. And, Piek, she's, Porco's protecting her, Piek and Gabby, and Piek is just like, Gabby, you really thought that I was gonna be a traitor? Like, no, like, I'm not really from Marley, but I'm here for my friends, And obviously, all of a sudden we see the blimps come out of the sky, and it's the Marley, backup people, and we see Reiner and Maggot, and then they have like multiple blimps out there to go, I guess this is the attack now that's gonna happen. And it's crazy because we get Reiner, we get a screenshot that's practically the first like shot that we got in episode 1 of the season. It's him with his like cool little goggles and his Marleyan outfit, war outfit, and it's like the same thing, and we're kind of left to like a battle between him and Aaron, because Aaron's looking at like Reiner, and then Reiner's back at the walls again, which we know he hates walls, so he doesn't want to really be there, but he wants to he wants to get Falco and Gabby back. So, it's just a cliffhanger that there's going to be like the battle between them. And now it's a battle between Marley and Paradise. What's going to happen now? Where's Zeke? So we're all like, this is crazy. So it was a really good place to end off. I'm so excited now because this last 16 episodes are going to be insane. I just can't believe how crazy the manga's gotten. And that there's only one episode or one chapter left. It's crazy. But, alright guys, what did you think of the episode? Did you like it? Are you excited for next season? Are you sad that it's 1 year away? Just give me a like, subscribe my little tiny channel. I'm gonna still do the review for the last chapter, which is, I think, next month, coming up so soon. And actually, that will be probably my last review of being in California. I am going to be moving to Florida, so my other reviews will be in Florida, so it'll be a whole new setup. I'm excited and scared at the same time, but yeah, so unless, maybe I do other reviews with the manga, but or other mangas or something like that, but I don't know, maybe doesn't seem like, I don't know. We'll see what's up. But alright guys, I will talk to you later. Like I said, just leave me a like on my channel. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye bye.